So I came across a video the other day of Mike Rowe talking about how lazy Gen Z is. So I don't know where this guy gets his information. I don't know who he's talking to, and I guess I really don't care. But unlike me, he's never laced up the boots, gotten up early in the morning, and faced the day, whether it was hot or whether it was cold or whether it was rainy or whether it was snowy, alongside anyone from Gen Z. He's never led you guys on construction sites. He's never seen what you guys look like in the mix. And like all generations, are there some lazy people? Or is there some people, maybe a few too many before you guys' generation don't even really belong? I'll agree with that. But I've seen a lot of phenomenal journeymen and foreman Gen Z that are working their tail off to become the best. I've had the opportunity in this industry to come up as an apprentice and become a foreman and work as a superintendent, both for subcontractors and for general contractor. And it's given me a much different perspective of Gen Z. We'll say a whole perspective working with you guys in these different capacities. So I'm going to drop some truth bombs in this episode that are sure to piss off some of the people that have been in this industry for a long time. But honestly, I don't care. This industry has been cratering for decades, and it's time for some change. It's time to start looking at things a little bit differently. Because I believe the reality is that you guys have really been handed a crap sandwich. And worse than just being handed a crap sandwich, you've been told that it's a turkey with Swiss and maybe some sprouts. Remember when we used to be able to get sprouts on sandwich before they all got E. coli and no sandwich shop would use them anymore? Mayo and some Dijon mustard. Just a little bit of Dijon mustard on marble rye. Right? And that's what you've been told that that's what you're getting. And now I'm getting hungry. But the reality is it's a crap sandwich. My generation, Gen X, the FAFO generation, we started out differently. We had a lot of things that in our childhood prepared us to get into the trades before we ever got there, right? I was doing chores and working around the house by the time I was 7 years old. I was using power tools before I was a teenager. And as soon as I got a car, I was tearing into that thing, breaking things apart, fixing stuff, adding things on. We just were brought up differently. So that means that the starting line that you guys are starting on, coming from a different world in a different generation, because technology has taken over so much in the last 30 years, that you guys' starting line is back further than mine was, right? You guys weren't used to doing a lot of the things that you guys are doing today. And that's why I am so proud of you, because you guys have the balls to go out there and do something different. I followed in my father's footsteps. He followed in his grandfather's footsteps. A majority, or a lot of you guys, are not following in anybody's footsteps. You guys are paving, you guys are making your own way. And that is phenomenal. There's only one way to eat this crap sandwich, and that's one bite at a time. So let's go over 3 reasons, maybe not even my top 3 reasons, but 3 reasons that I'm thinking about right now that I believe you guys have the opportunity to be the GOAT. So bite number 1, you guys are joining for good reasons. I like to say the right reasons, but you guys are joining for good reasons. You guys are wanting to experience a world that's tactile. Right? You've grown up in a virtual world, virtual stuff all around you. Everything comes fast. It's the opposite in construction. Everything is tactile. You're touching or physically involved with all that's going on. Also, you guys want to create. There is nothing more cool than being able to actually create something physical, to at the end of the day or before break or lunchtime to step back and go, boom, I did that. You guys want to be part of something bigger than yourselves. Instead of just becoming part of the cubicle crew, you guys have chosen to become part of the skilled trades. And that's something. You know, when I'm walking through the store and I see somebody else with an orange shirt or the work boots on, there's a nod, there's an understanding that you are a part of the people that I am a part of. Also, you guys want to contribute to your communities, which is phenomenal, right? We're building hospitals, we're building schools, we got linemen out there running new electrical power grids and systems and constantly maintaining and updating that stuff. We got people working on data centers. We are central in reality to the functioning of everybody else's day-to-day activities. That's huge. That's big. You are a major part of your community. And also another thing that I really like about you guys is that most of you guys, like it was for me, this is your first choice. This is not something that's like a last resort career opportunity for you, that you've made so many mistakes in your life that the only thing left for you to do is construction. The reality is the last 30, 20 years, it has been so difficult to get people into the trades that we've ended up with a lot of low IQ knuckle draggers. And believe me, I love my knuckle draggers out there. We're all a part of the same team. We're all a part of the same game. But I'm ready for some high IQ knuckle draggers to be out here. People that made this a choice, made this something that they want to do, made this something that they want to excel in, making the trades a part of their identity and a part of their life and a part of who they are, versus just a job that they fell into because they've had so many other issues in their life. Okay, bite number 2, let's go. Your access to education, whether it's YouTube and videos like this or a lot of the other great content creators out there that are way better than me, or TikTok and watching what the trades are doing so you can get a taste of the different trades before you jump in, of what day-to-day life looks like in this industry. You got people out there doing videos on tips and tricks and hacks and all different ways to help you get a step up in this industry. And it's not just the trades, right, that you have access to on YouTube and TikTok, but coaches and people talking about mindset and understanding discipline and how to become a better person. You know, once you kind of get to a level in this industry where you understand the ins and outs of what you do as a plumber or an electrician or an iron worker day in and day out, you can start to learn other things, the soft skills, learning how to speak better, learning how to communicate, learning how to email, learning how to do these different parts that are integral to advancing and opening up new opportunities. You guys have access to all of that on YouTube. I spent a lot of time on YouTube watching things and learning and getting a better grasp and understanding so that I can become better, so that I can excel, so that here I'm trying something new with this YouTube channel so that I can become better, that I can convey the message that I want to convey to keep this little YouTube channel of mine moving forward, but also at the same time benefiting you guys. You guys have opportunities, like I've taken courses on Hilti for fire stop classes, taken free classes on Bluebeam, taken free classes on Excel, gotten certifications in Procore. There's lots of free classes out there that put you in a little bit higher place than your competition. And thirdly, a lot of the unions, I'm not sure everywhere in this country, I know it changes region to region, and some of you guys might not be union or like the union, but my union has classes almost every single weekend, whether it be in scaffolding or safety training for lifts or OSHA training or hardware training. They're always doing different types of training so that, and they're doing a bunch of training in solar fields, things like that, so that we can stay ahead of the industry, so that we can stay on top. It's the same for you. So bite number three of this crap sandwich is technology. You guys understand what quality, intuitive, and productive technology looks like. You guys have been surrounded by it since you guys were born. You've been dealing with it. You guys understand how things can help you and what technology that you're deleting off of your phone or getting rid of that it just becomes a burden. My generation, I've been dealing with crappy technology since I was born, right? If I wanted to watch a TV show and I happened to be going to a baseball game or had band practice or something or a concert, when that TV show was on, I had to try to figure out how to program a VCR and how to make that stuff work. And if you messed up, if you didn't have that tape in, or you said 7 a.m. instead of p.m., you never got to see that episode of that show. That was forever gone. You never got to see it. Now, I suppose I could probably find some of those on Netflix if I remember what they were, but I've been dealing with crappy technology for a long time. What I want you to know is that most of the technology in this industry at this moment is burdensome, overbearing, and ridiculously unintuitive and stupid. Very little of it helps us be more productive or safer or helps us in our daily tasks. In fact, most of it hinders us. And the whole time that I've been complaining about the technology in this industry, it always comes back to, well, you don't understand technology. You just don't want to accept anything because you're stubborn. I'm not saying I'm not stubborn, but I like to use good technology. And I'm hoping, and we're going to work together on this, that with you guys coming into this industry, your tolerance for crappy technology will be zero. Your expectations will be sky high. And I'm hoping that I know that those sky high expectations and your ideas, the way that you process things that have been processing so much in your life through technology, will make the technology in this industry 100 times better. Will make it something that actually helps us become more productive, that actually helps us move forward to get ahead in this industry. This industry, like I said earlier, has been cratering for decades. It's time for us to start to get on top of things. So I understand learning a new skill is a challenge. And your guys' biggest challenge is going to be just that. It's going to be having the patience and the grace with yourselves to learn that skill, to develop your skills, and not get frustrated and not get discouraged and quit. Don't quit today. I think Jocko Willink always says, don't quit today, quit tomorrow. And always let that, we'll see, tomorrow might be better. Tomorrow might be better. And as you learn and as you grow in this industry, new opportunities will open up. You'll begin to see things a little bit differently. That's why in my videos, I probably spend more time than I should trying to explain things, because I want you to not just see the little narrow aspects of what you're getting fed on the job site or in your apprenticeship school, but kind of see a little bit the bigger picture of what's going on so that you guys can be smarter and more capable. Don't forget, eating this crap sandwich only can happen one bite at a time. That's all I got. Get back to work.